All right, the next count is average pot, and I can't do what I did the previous 2 days. Links at the top of the screen going up as I talk if you missed them. I remember what they were, so I can't give my prediction because I forgot the numbers. I remember Council Bluffs kicked the crap out of the other two places. The average pot size was like 90. There are the numbers up on the screen. I remember Rice. You might think I'm talking about myself in the third person. No. Viewer, D. Rice was at the table. We were at the same table 2 of my days in Council Bluffs. That was the first day we met. And I remember I had counted, and I think he asked me if I had counted anything that day. It was pretty late in the day when he showed up. I did count. I hadn't added up all the numbers yet, but while we were at the table, I added up the amount of each pot and gave him the average of about 95, which was a lot. I think Vegas was around the low 30s, and California was somewhere in the middle, 60s or 70s, I think in the 70s. So let me look now. California 73, Vegas 36, Council Bluffs 96. So you've been seeing that the whole time. Yeah, Council Bluffs was nuts, and we had a guy in the 7 seat and the 8 seat playing a lot of hands, and actually the 6, 7, 8 were all playing a lot of hands. They kind of one by one left, and the game calmed down later in the night. But while I was counting, it was nuts. That is an incredibly high, seriously, I bet many of my viewers don't play poker. And I bet there are a lot of viewers who do play who don't count. I mean, who counts these things besides me? But how difficult it is to count average pot, I doubt anyone counts that. Probably some people count like hands per hour, maybe. But, or you're counting someone at the table, how many hands they play per hour. You're curious of how loose they are or something. Average pot, 96 is huge for a 1-3 game. It's like, say no one kept track of baseball stats ever, and you didn't know how many home runs somebody hit, and you happened to count, you know, last year, Aaron Judge, and he hit 62, and you might think that's normal. Oh, the first time I kept track on my own and counted, this guy hit 62, that's normal. No, 62 is a lot. 62 is the most that's ever happened without steroids. That's like this 96 number we had in Council Bluffs. 96 is massive. So even to get that for one sample of 5 hours is astonishing. I think normally it would be around 70 if I did this many trials. Like California's was 73. That was kind of what I expected, roughly. I've never counted it before, but I could see Vegas being 36 normally. Kind of seemed like a normal table. We had one guy a little more active than you would find at any given table. California 73, I could see. 96, I think, was an outlier. If I ever do this again, might not make a video of it, maybe just for fun next time I'm in Council Bluffs just to check. I don't expect to see 96s all that much more, but that was an interesting count. And someone suggested it. I didn't count that last year, but someone suggested I do it this year. I did. Glad Glad I found a table in Council Bluffs where we had a 96 average pot. That is an astonishingly high number for an average pot size in a 1-3 game. Tomorrow, 4th day of Keep Track Week, I compare something else. I don't even know what it is yet, but I compare 3 cities of poker, some stat tomorrow. And remember, rice is a spoon food.